Alright, what is up boys and girls, welcome back to another video. Just doing a quick update here for Vechain. A lot of people have been asking for this, and I've not done a look at this chart for a long while. You can see quite clearly on the daily time frame here, we have still been heading down, really coming down and retesting that 1.5 cent-ish level area really here, as you can see. 1.5 cents, obviously a big psychological support, somewhere where we've come down and tested multiple times in the past. You could argue this is probably a back test here. Obviously we've come down here, we've got that massive deviation down to 1.3 cents there, but we came back up and then come and back test again. You can see it very clearly in this area here. Got a decent bounce again at this area up to, what was this, 1.8 cents here, back into this area. But you can see we were heading down in that big descending wedge, obviously the huge deviation, but we came back inside under the resistance again, and you can see here we actually came down, interestingly enough, retested this resistance for a long while here, tried to break it, came back inside, retested the low, and then we've actually broken up above both these levels of resistance now, headed back up to retest that previous swing low support as resistance, and now looking like just consolidating over the past few weeks and going sideways. I think Vechain overall, obviously it's been absolutely slammed down, and I do think that it is costing, the bear market is costing Vechain a lot more than a lot of cryptos. It's been smashed down heavily from its all-time high, and it's not really seen much of a bounce really, has it? I mean, if we look at the amount that we did get down around 95% there, at around 94% right now. And I do think that Vechain is probably one of those cryptos that will do well when the bull run comes around again. But as of right now, really struggling to get any kind of meaningful bounce, and I do think it's going to take a while, considering that Bitcoin does need to, you know, make a few bits of headway back up above 30k, I'd say, at least as a start, before we start seeing money starting to roll into these altcoins. But I think overall, if we're just looking at a general area where Vechain is probably likely to bounce, it is probably going to be in this area here of massive amount of structure, anywhere from 2 cents to 1 cent really. I would argue anywhere here in reality is probably an area where we're going to start seeing a lot of support for Vechain. You can see really the momentum to the downside has shifted really. We have seen, you know, a few attempts in this area at around 1.5 cents to head lower, and it is starting to level off and consolidate, I think, going into the next bull market in the next 1 or 2 years, whenever it begins. I do think we're probably going to see ourselves having a little bit of a renaissance for Vechain and a lot of other cryptos, but right now still heading down, and we need to see ourselves really getting back up towards these Fibonacci levels, this 2.7 cent level at the 023, the first target really, getting up above all of this consolidation and sideways downwards looking price action before we see any relief. So that is it for today guys. As always, thank you for watching. You're all absolute legends. Like and subscribe, get involved in the content, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.